Hello, everyone. This is your match review to... Wow, I couldn't even believe I'm saying this. Like, a lot of Chelsea YouTubers are saying at the moment, Chelsea 0. Premier League Chelsea 0. 12th place Middlesbrough 1. I cannot believe I'm saying that. I cannot believe I'm saying that. And I will say that again, because I'm still in my mind boggled about all of it. Chelsea 0. Middlesbrough 1. And Middlesbrough had 2 players that went off within the first 20 minutes with injuries. You guys will be able to see either side of me. There are the lineups and the subs for both teams, and they are at the bottom of your screen as well, if you want to know who was on the subs bench for both teams. Chelsea played woeful. I just want to say that I want to be respectful and be honest. Chelsea were woeful. We didn't pass the ball well enough. We couldn't pass the ball 2 yards. Really. In all honesty, we couldn't pass the ball 2 yards. Yeah. It was just... Every time the ball kept going to the midfield, Middlesbrough players would literally converge on you to the point where you literally could not even move. And it was like that. And then... But what can tell from the first offset that it wasn't going to be our day was the fact that Levi Colwill made a mistake in the first 60 seconds, and they could have scored within the first 60 seconds. And Palmer had a good shot, troubled Glover in the Borough goal, and then he decided to have 3 chances, which he should have buried. And one of them was a one-on-one. And he couldn't even score that. And then, for me, the goal by Hackney, number 7 for Middlesbrough. Good finish. I've got to give him credit on that. But Levi Colwill is just a disaster waiting to happen. That guy is just brainless. The guy literally let the ball go under his feet and decided to do a fancy flick to try and touch the ball. And nothing was done of it. And the Hackney got a touch into it, and 1-0 Chelsea. 1-0 Middlesbrough. And I just thought to myself, here we go again. And then the best player on that pitch for Chelsea was Thiago Silva. It doesn't take a brain of an archbishop to know that, due to the fact of his experience. He defended really well. He did very well and stuff like that. Sterling, I don't know what he was doing. That guy was just non-existent. And when he had chances, the balls were going into the box, but wasn't even going in the box. It was like going out for a goal kick, or it wasn't even going to a player. But the players couldn't even pass 2 yards to each other. It was just like, it was ridiculous. The passing was just awful. The crossing was just awful. Everything in that game was just dreadful to watch on a Chelsea perspective. But that's Chelsea Football Club for you. We don't like making it easy, but fans, one thing I will say is there is a second leg to come. In a fortnight's time, in 2 weeks' time. And Chelsea do have to play Fulham and Liverpool in that time. We have to play Liverpool and Fulham in the league, so it's not gonna be easy. I think we are at home to Fulham and away at Anfield before going to play Middlesbrough at Stamford Bridge for a place in the Carabao Cup final. But one thing I will say is, I wouldn't start some of the players that started that game. Levi Colwill, I would say I wouldn't start him. No way. Gusto, he was getting forward as much as he can. He was doing that. Darassi was prone to making mistakes in that game, because as soon as he got the ball, they were just on him with Gusto, he managed to get past a couple of players, managed to get a bit of a run going, but then just couldn't get further than the halfway line. Thiago Silva, enough said about him. That guy was faultless. That guy had a good game. He was our best player on the pitch by far. Caicedo, couldn't really say much about him because he really didn't do much other than that long range effort at goal to try and trouble Glover in the Middlesbrough goal. But apart from, and then not long after, Middlesbrough went and scored. So literally next attack later. Poch needs to go and sort something out, but like he said it is only half time. There is still another 90 minutes to go, and Chelsea, we need that one chance at Stamford Bridge, and we couldn't take it, and the tie's all level. So don't write us off, especially at Stamford Bridge. Especially what we did in the last round when we probed against Newcastle, and eventually it worked. We have to do that same thing against Middlesbrough. We do it straight from the off and don't make a lot of mistakes. Gallagher, not really much to say about him because he really didn't do much in the game. He tried to do this and that, tried to have a couple of shots, and it just, every time he got the ball, he was just getting converged by players. Enzo, I couldn't even remember him doing a lot, and he was playing behind Palmer. Madeki, every time he had the ball, he would either get outpaced, challenged, or the ball would literally bounce off of his foot, or go out of play, or the ball would go, or a pass would go a little bit further than him, and he couldn't get to it. Sterling, he was just awful. He was doing passes to players, and he wouldn't even go into the player. So it's like, why pass the ball to the player when it's not working? Then after that, he tried jinking in to try to have a shot in the second half, and he just went wide. I thought, why do that? Because you know it's not going to end well. Because every time he has a shot or he crosses it in, it doesn't even go to a player that you want to go to. And Palmer, the one player expected to play well in this game, could have had a hat-trick and missed every chance he had of getting a hat-trick. Second one was when it was saved, and then he missed a rebound. I can't remember. The third one he should have buried, and the first one he should have buried. All of them he should have buried. But he did bring on the second half. He brought on Gilchrist, who when he got on the ball was actually trying to jink into spaces, trying to do this and that in certain aspects of the space for Chelsea, because he had a chance right at the end of the game for us. When the ball came in, Gilchrist got on the end of it, but he hit the side netting. That was our best chance of the entire second half. And that's not like Chelsea Football Club to be like that. It's not like us. And Mudryk came on. He didn't really do much, but because every time he was getting a chance to have a run, a player would come at him, put a foot in, and would do a standing tackle. Done. But there do need to be a change. I think we need still, but Chelsea need to go into the game with Fulham at the weekend and rectify what we've done wrong and get a win to get us on a little bit of a happy mood. Then go into the game at Liverpool on a bit of form, because if we play like we did played against Middlesbrough in the Cup against Liverpool in a week's time at Anfield, we are going to get smashed. We are going to get humiliated to the point where our souls will have left our body and we will not want to talk about that game ever again. Especially Liverpool fans won't let us forget about it. And then we just got to see what players get fit for the game against Fulham, for the game against Liverpool. And hopefully by the time we play Middlesbrough, we'll have some players fit that we can bring back into the side and play. Because for me, I wouldn't play Sterling in the second leg. No way. Because the games that we were playing Sterling in, we were actually playing good football, but we are missing Jackson. He's at the African Cup of Nations. We have to accept that. But let's wait and see also who we get in January, if we get any certain players in that could change the team about a bit, who leaves, who goes, what players come and go, and all that jazz. I do have to give Middlesbrough that credit. Middlesbrough, you play the blinder. Michael Carrick had the right techniques. Even when they went and had 2 injuries, they played us on the park. They had a game plan, they stuck to it and took their chance and took it, and we'll take a 1-0 lead back to Stamford Bridge. And I've got to give Middlesbrough the credit in the world for that, because they deserve it. But it is what it is. We lost 1-0 to Middlesbrough. We have to accept it, move on, go on to the next game, which is Fulham at home. Half 12 kickoff, which you guys will be getting a live watch on for on the channel. Hopefully, you guys have liked this match review of Chelsea versus Chelsea 0, Middlesbrough 1 in the Carabao Cup semi-final first leg. Like, subscribe, hit the bell notification, get the post. Blue is the colour, and peace.